your hands together one more time for white privilege, black power.
Greg Tyndale.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. We've been doing this show for about 2 years now, coming up probably around election time. And so traditionally we've asked each other questions, done a response, and been doing some improv scenes, or we invite a guest and ask them questions and do scenes off of their response. But today we're going to try a little something different because we are in election time, and I work for the Maryland Democratic Party. Election day is coming up. So please go vote. So we're gonna say a few stories about elections and campaigns. So Greg's got a story.
So Eva and I had a conversation maybe last week where I asked her essentially, why should I vote? Like, does my vote matter?
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't. And
I think it does.
I think it doesn't specific to where I live, because I live in Northwest DC. The people who are going to get elected are going to get elected whether I vote or not. I don't have any representation in Congress. There's no, I don't have any say like in the national politics right now. So in that sense, I feel like my vote doesn't count. I understand your argument for why it does count.
Yeah.
But I also want to tell you my experience of why I don't think it counts. So when I was in college, I turned 18, I guess, in the year 2000, whatever that election year, that presidential election year was. So my first election that I was able to vote in was the Bush-Gore election. So at the time I was a freshman, I was at the University of Maryland, and I was like, oh, I got to go home to vote. And so a buddy in my dorm was like, oh yeah, we'll drive, this is my hometown, we'll go drive there together and we'll go vote.
Yeah.
So we're like in the car and we're driving there, and we're just like, making small talk, and I was like, so who are you going to vote for? And he was like,
Don't cancel out.
he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go vote for George Bush. And I was like, well, I'm going to vote for Al Gore, so like, what are we doing right now? Like, why are we in this car, like, making a day of it, but neither of us, like, we're going to cancel each other out? We should have just, like, stayed home and played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 on the PlayStation. What are we doing here?
Right, but that doesn't work like that. There could be another car with 4 people voting for Gore or Bush, right?
Right.
So it doesn't get canceled out that way. But you were a young man at the time. But yeah, I understand it because it's really hard getting people to vote. So like Ben Johnson is going to be our next governor. And the way there you go. And so to get there, we need to hit 1 million votes. So like if you see on election day on Tuesday that we've hit 1 million votes, if Democrats have voted, 1 million Democrats have come out, then we know we have won, right? So it's just all about getting the turnout out. And so for 2014, I was on the campaign for that when Anthony Brown lost, and we only lost by 65,000 votes, which is not a lot. So in terms of like you, I was like, yay, bring your ass on to the election poll. But for DC, yes, you do have some points there, but the thing is you have a very competitive at-large race. For you DC residents, probably some of you have already voted. So that's where, like Mary Chey is your councilwoman. She's been there for quite some time. Now, as long as Jack Evans in Ward 2. But Mary Chey doesn't have opposition if she is not very strong. But you have at-large people who you can vote for. And those votes on your city council make a difference in terms of those 9 folks you have there. So that is something that's really important. But what also is important is that you need to show that that people in DC vote, right? And I was saying this is a society, civic duty of that sort of thing, where you need to do this, right? Even if you think it doesn't matter, but it's showing that DC does care about their vote. And also, politicians, elected officials can see your record, your voting record, and can tell if you voted or not. I don't know how you voted. I can just tell if you voted. So, some elected officials, not all of them, they say, well, this dude doesn't vote, right? Why do I care if he cares about that pothole in front of his house?
Yeah. Hey, Eva, welcome. Come on into the office.
Yeah.
Take a seat if you like.
All right. No, I think I want to stand. I've got something to say.
Okay.
All right.
Well, as your alderman, I'm here to hear what you have to say and take that in.
Exactly. I want you to take it all in. All right.
So, coffee? Like some coffee?
Oh, sure, I'll take that. 2 sugars, 2 creams. Yes, there is a tree growing on the sidewalk, and the branches are getting too long. I want them down.
Get that second sugar for you.
Oh,
in one
yeah, okay,
second.
thank you. All right.
Eva, you know what's funny? Is I remember knocking on your door during the campaign, and I remember looking at that tree and thinking
Yeah.
something should be done about that. And I remember you telling me, Greg, I'm going to get out and vote for you. Here's that coffee.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, before our meeting here, I went and looked at the voting records. What's crazy is that you didn't even vote in the last election.
It was a busy time for me. Okay. I'm in sales. You can appreciate this, right?
Yeah.
Selling something.
Hey, listen, it was a busy time for me. I knocked on 7,000 doors that week.
I know.
1,000 doors a day. That was their motto.
Yes, and your 1-week campaign was fantastic. It was like gangbusters. I was like, where did this guy come from? Ooh, all these doors.
He is efficient and effective. That's what people say. They call me Old Double E.
Yes, and the thing is, if there were an election tonight, I would go vote for you. But it's not up for a couple more years, so.
You know the funny thing about elections? They're like trees. They don't just show up every day. They don't just pop up from a seedling and everything's okay. They grow and they build and there's momentum and there's work to be done. And then sometimes you get to a point where there's an incumbent who doesn't need to be there anymore. They need to get cut down, much like a 6-hour tree. You gotta cut it down, cut it at the root. I say burn it to the root. And that's what happens in elections, Eva.
Yes, I get that. I'm just saying, like, this is still an issue, right? And this tree is dangerous, right? My kids are playing out there, other people's kids. We got elderly people in this neighborhood, like, and I need you to step back a moment, okay, and look at the big picture, okay? All right, do you want my vote in 2 years? Because I will run. I told you I do sales. Pharmaceuticals, so. The bad pharmaceutical.
Do you know why I have this door hanging on my wall? This is the 7,000th door. And after the election, I walked up to Mrs. Ingraham and I said, "The door's mine now." And I brought my screwdriver out and took the hinge off and hung it up right there.
Yeah, and I saw that from down the street, and I was like, this is crazy. And I called Ms. Ingram, and I said, are you okay? She was like, well, I was going to replace it tomorrow, so what's one night without a door? I heard Ms. Ingram, you're real cool like that. So yes, and part of me was like, that is super cool, right? You know how like people, when they get their first dollar for business, they frame it and put it up. I've never seen anyone take a door. Usually they'll just take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have took a picture,
There you go.
but is that efficient? Is that effective? Was I there at the door? Did I have a screwdriver? Yes. Was I there at the door? Did I have a camera? No. So you work with the tools that you have.
All right, here are my tools, okay? I'm wealthy. Okay, you know that by the neighborhood I live in. 2, I can either vote for you or I can run against you. All right, because we all know it just takes a little bit of money to push people over. All right, so I just need you to contact whomever because I've gone through all the system. I've sent all the emails. I've called everyone. I just want the tree trimmed, just a teeny bit. Okay.
Let me get something from behind the door for you.
There's something.
It's a chainsaw.
I know. I'm just saying, like, are you coming to attack me?
Eva, you're one of of my constituents.
Yes.
I'm not gonna attack you. I'm here to lift you up. I am the tide that rises.
Yes, but I want a professional. I don't want just some hack man coming in and acting out in the street. All right? Well, okay, all right, let me break this up. You did have a chainsaw behind that door, which I thought was just answered. So maybe you are expert. Do you have experience with the chainsaw?
Yeah. 1,000 trees a day. I want to tell you a story. Here's one thing I want to say that's really funny. Is so we both showed up today wearing green rugby shirts without like mentioning it to each other. Like of all things to wear at a show, that's crazy, right? Like green.
Exactly.
It's weird.
And a little bit, but I had a reason. There's the Chicago Rugby Weekend is going on, and I know I went over to Dublin 2 years ago during election. Yeah. And they had just beat the All Blacks, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump on this bandwagon. And so then they played Italy today, and the All Blacks played the U.S. rugby team, both the men and the women.
In
So that's
Chicago.
in Chicago, yeah, Soldier Field. Yeah, we don't usually coordinate, but maybe we should.
I think we have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what the people want. I remember talking about a story, and you can ask, it's not very remarkable, but it was for me, like working on campaigns, it's usually like 1 or 2 days that were super beautiful, and then some days are like, oh, this is horrible, humanity sucks. But this is a day when I was in an office where everything was going right. Like I had volunteers coming in the morning, the afternoon, the evening. We had these dull lights with like dead bugs or water bugs in them. And we had been complaining to our operations director about like getting somebody to come clean it out and put in some brighter lights. But luckily there was energy efficiency company going around saying like, hey, we're gonna put in better lighting because it's good for the environment. So that was happening along with the same time. And then volunteers started bringing in food and drinks, as well as like gift cards for us organizers. And it was just like a beautiful, glorious day that was gonna, for me, was gonna be just any old normal day. But turned into this really thing where just like, it was packed with people. We got the light thing done. We got this food coming in, these drinks coming in. We got this gift cards, all this appreciation, all this love. And it was just like not your typical normal day for a campaign. And it just sticks out in my memory and like one of the few nice memories from that campaign.
Which election was that?
Oh, this is 2014. Yeah. And so it was just like everything was clicking. And there were very few days where I like, you know, like oh, 80% like this is okay, right? Today was like a 90% good day. But that day was like 110. Like everything was just going Eva's way with whatever I wanted.
Hey Eva. Hey. Oh my God, we're so excited about the campaign today.
Oh my.
Yeah. So,
Really?
Well.
You're coming in?
I'm in. So I got a couple things planned.
Already?
Let me know what you think.
Okay.
So we haven't talked about this before.
No, you just come in to make phone calls.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk packet.
Well, no, here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm a certified masseuse. So I thought, first things first, maybe I give you like a nice like little shiatsu shoulder or something.
Okay.
I know you've been stressful, you've been working hard.
It is.
Yeah, so why don't you have a seat? Come have a seat. And just like, we'll get right into it. And that's, I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but I just thought, hey,
Wow.
these are my skills.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say yes to this, okay?
Yeah.
I just can't say no. I will continue to make calls. You do your thing.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, this is consensual, okay? Everyone, keep making your calls. If you need any assistance, just let me know. All right, okay? Whoa, all right.
You know what else is crazy is that my brother owns this car dealership, and today he was like, everything must go,
Nice to meet Mary
everything must go.
Thompson. Hi, Mary Thompson. This is Bill Brown from the Johnson campaign for governor.
But he said you
No, I don't want money. I don't want any money.
You can have a free car if you want it.
And oh,
You can have a free car if you want one.
Miss-
That's what I'm trying to say.
Miss Johnson, I'll have to call you back. Please vote for Johnson. Look, I would love to give Miss Johnson a free car.
So it's, no, not her. You.
Me?
You. Yeah. It's
You
free.
want to give me a car?
It's a free. So here's the thing. You know how like you have a dealership, and you have loaners, So you make one of your new cars a loaner, and then it gets driven around for a while, and
Yeah.
they give it back to you.
Yeah.
And the next year it's not new anymore, so they can't sell it. So I've got, it's a 2013, and I know that's a year old, but it's a BMW 5 Series, and like, that's a nice car. So if you want it, like, you can have it. My cousin brother's like, I gotta get rid of this car, I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, I know somebody who might want a car.
Oh my God, no, sit down, Miss Thompson. You talking to me. Yes, I would love the car. Like my car just broke down yesterday. I didn't get a ride from my mom.
Wow. We'll look it up. Okay, I'm sorry, you're calling. You're calling, let me get back to this.
All right, that's fantastic news. And this massage also is it's really good. Drink.
No answer on that one.
No answer.
You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get the next one. Get the next one.
Hi, is Bill there? Hi, Bill. Hi, this is Eva, a volunteer with the Johnson campaign for governor. Yes, no, I'm not selling anything. Don't want any money from you.
I brought a party sub.
Oh, okay.
I brought a party sub. I'm gonna go get it from my car.
Oh,
I'll be right back. It's
all
a
right.
big party
Yeah,
sub.
yeah. I mean, if he said it's big, if you want some. We would love volunteers, yes, and you can have subs. I just got a new car. Like, it's a BMW 5 Series. Yeah. I mean, there's some magical things happening here. Oh, you want the address? Okay. Whoa, you need to get down here soon. My volunteers look hungry. Okay. Are you Bobo Johnson? All right, thank you so much. See you. Oh, here, address 6501 Old Street. All right, see you soon.
It's an Italian sub.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. He heard you talk about the party sub and he was
Is
like,
he coming?
Yes, he is. He said he was hungry. He's bringing his family.
Well, it's crazy because, my family emigrated from Italy. But, yeah, we came over on one of the boats, Ellis Island, Statue of Liberty, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Real American dream stuff. Real American dream stuff.
That is-
And so we have this connection for an Italian charcuterie place in Brooklyn, of all places, Little Italy in Brooklyn, Cobble Hill, So anyway, I was like, can you make one of your famous subs and send it? I was like, how big do you make them? And he was like, we make 20-foot subs. I was like, well, send all 20 feet. Send the whole 20 feet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Best weekend is just like candy, with a whole sub. I mean, that's gonna be fantastic.
It was cured. This is all cured. 30 years. 30 years of cured.
All right, Miss Thompson, you may have some of that. That's fantastic. Oh, this is just fantastic. Italian food is my favorite food. In fact, I think there's I got a long lost Italian relative in my family. It's just,
Well, it was crazy.
What?
I brought them here. I was on Ancestry.com. His family tree is
No. It was just folklore. My grandma used to say it. She would just say about something. But like,
No, it's real.
you brought them,
I went to Italy.
and you went there yesterday and came back.
How do you think a 20-foot Italian sub shows up? You have to take it on a plane. I bought 14 plane tickets to this well, one for myself, one for your relative, and then 12 plane tickets for the sub. But you get the point, it was 14 in total.
I'm getting that you just give money out a lot.
I'm gonna go get them.
Okay.
That's crazy. You're in the middle of a campaign and you're
No.
You don't need to have
Are they in the car
connection.
somewhere?
He's in the new car. Yeah, I told him I can't drive two cars over here. I'm like, you drive the Beamer, you get in the Beamer, you drive that over. And then you can have a whole thing.
All right, we'll go get him. I'll make a few more calls.
Cool. One other thing.
Yeah.
So, I was at McDonald's this morning,
Okay.
and you know how we have this whole Monopoly board game thing going on.
Yeah.
I pulled a boardwalk token off of one of my cups.
Are you serious? That's the,
Yeah.
that's the last one I needed
Yeah.
on mine.
It's the $1 million one. But I didn't know, so do you want it, or
Are you
It's not, I don't even really like board games. So
Yes. Have you collected them? Did you? Did you have you don't have the other pieces? Because you have to have not just
if you have them, you can have it. It's
God.
not a big deal. I mean, we're all here trying to the next governor of the state of Maryland. Like, what does it matter?
Well, once I put this on this, I'm leaving this campaign.